Hey guys, Chad with BAKO'S Custom Lawn, and got a nice big package in the mail today, and gonna kind of take a look and see what we got here. We really got this thing sealed up good too. So, find out what they sent, I guess. That's out here. Lift this thing out of here, I guess. Alright guys, so I decided to get this trap because I've got some cats and different things that cause me grief around here. I've got rock chucks and all kinds of things like that. So this thing is not cheap. It's about $200, I would say. So not a cheap option by any means. I don't know too much about the brand. It's called Tru Catch, and I did get it on Amazon. I'm actually kind of surprised because most of the packages I get from Amazon, usually they're smashed beyond recognition. So, but this feels pretty darn heavy duty. I'm not real sure how everything works. I've never had one before. So I know it looks like the instructions are on the inside. I'm not sure how you're supposed to get them out of here. Let's see here if I can figure it out. Got a little deal here, kind of holding that closed. It's a little one of those deals. So, oh yeah, you can just lift it up, kind of like that. So, then maybe I can get this thing out of here. All right. So, setting your Tru Catch trap. So basically, it says using your index finger to raise both rings to the top of the door. Use your middle finger to flip open and raise the door. With your right hand, set the door on the variable trigger setting shown below. So there's quite a little bit of moving parts going on here, it looks like. So I'm guessing it's not this. Okay, so yeah, this is the part. So you don't do anything with this part. I think this is the part where you actually leave it closed. This was just kind of like just latched closed like that. Then I guess this side, because your trap mechanism is there on the other end. That's kind of cool how that works. I mean, it basically just slides down. Yeah, that's basically it. You just pull this back and it holds it open just like so. So yeah, let me get you guys off of here so I can show it to you. When you go to set this thing, might even be hard to see on this, so I can't raise this up for you here. Now it already came loose here, so hold on just a second here. Show you this, because this is probably one of the most important parts of setting it. So basically you lift that up, and it doesn't really hook on there at all. It just kind of presses on there. And as you can see, the rings are basically just holding that up right there. The ring's there, and when the trap is set or triggered, basically the whole thing falls down, the rings fall down, and whatever's in there is stuck in there. So I don't know if I've got something long enough to kind of set that off. Let me see here. You can see that rod there. I've got it on the very edge of it now. So as I go to trip it, it's a lot easier to trip now. As you can tell, closed right away, and I'm just using a coat hanger. So yeah, and then now whatever's in there stuck in there. I did decide to get the bigger trap just so it was kind of universal, so I could catch bigger things like, you know, skunks and then we got the not groundhogs, but rock chucks and different things like that. Porcupines sometimes come up here. So we got a lot of different kind of varmints and stray animals that come by and just tear up everything at night. So my first thing is going to be catching the cat. I got a stray cat, and we'll just get it turned into the pound. So anyway, guys, got any questions, make sure you leave them in the comments, and then I'll kind of show you if I catch something. I'm going to set it tonight and get it baited, and then we'll see what happens. All right, guys, stay tuned. All right, guys. So this is how I got it set. I'm supposed to stick a little bit of food out. I didn't want to stick a whole lot out, you know, because I want them to go in the trap. And then it's set right now. I got it set kind of on a hair trigger. And they'll go in there and eat the little bit there. And then they'll walk across that little deal there, and it should set the trap off. I've got a bunch of food back here in the back. So yeah, and then the back, I think this back part's just for releasing them. And that's what that little lock is there. So anyway, guys, we're gonna see. I'm gonna leave it set tonight. I like the size because it's just perfect for catching a wide range of pests, you know, like I was telling you earlier, rock chucks, cats. You know, if there was a small dog, you know, that was bugging you, you could catch a small dog. You could catch a porcupine in this. You could catch a raccoon in this. So pretty wide range, and this thing is heavy duty too. Like, this thing had really good reviews, so I'll let you know, but I think everything looks pretty good. And again, it's called Tru Catch, and got a number right on there and a website. But like I said, I just got this off of Amazon, and I was very surprised that it wasn't dented, damaged, or anything, because usually here lately, especially when I get my Amazon package, it looks like it's gotten run over by a dump truck. So very surprised. This came in good shape. Like I said, it's about 190 bucks for this one, but I think it's probably well worth it, especially if you've got problems like I have. You live way out in the country. You know, people drop off animals all the time, you know, because they don't want them when they live in the city. So we're kind of the dumping grounds for all that. So anyway, not a cheap solution, but pretty versatile one. Like I said, this should catch all kind of things. So anyway, guys, I'll continue on, and if I catch something, I'll show you in the morning. All right, guys, it was a very short time, and you see here, trap is very effective. Caught 2 feral cats here, and get these out of here, and we'll get them to the dog pound, and we'll keep catching what's around. I'm guessing there might be more, but these aren't your normal kind of cats. These are feral cats. They're wild, and they'll tear you up. So you just gotta be real careful handling them. They can have diseases and everything else. You just gotta be real careful handling these things. And like I said, you just take them to the pound, and they'll take care of them for you. All right, guys. So more cats to take to the pound, but as you can see, this trap is very effective. This is all in one night. So anyway, guys, hopefully this helps you make your decision to get one or not. Like I said, this has exceeded my expectations for sure, and I'm glad I got the bigger size because, like I said, it gives me more options of catching different wild animals. And just remember, you know, these cats are feral cats, and they're just wild. They're not the same as a domesticated, you know, pet cat. These cats will tear you up. Oftentimes they carry disease. They have lots of bugs on them, like mites and sometimes mange and different things like that. So just be careful when you're handling them. But if you just take them to the pound, they'll get them out for you, and then they'll take care of them. All right, guys, I wanted to kind of show you how we set this. Now, you're just going to do it on the one end, and you're going to lift up these two little rings, and then that will let you open the door. And then from there, you can set this as kind of like a hair trigger. This little deal just kind of fits on here, and depending on what you're trying to catch. But honestly, I'm just setting it as a hair trigger. I just got it on the very, very edge of that. And then what you're supposed to do, if I got a little bit of meat here, is just throw just a piece of meat there right in front. And then we're going to throw another little piece of meat here, kind of about halfway, right there. And then the rest of it, I just used a little baby food container, and I put the rest of the meat in there. So, and what you do on this side is you come back here, and it's got this little deal on here just to make sure that whatever you catch doesn't jostle around and take it off. So I'll set that little green deal aside. You can just kind of lift this up, and you can put your little bait right here, right behind the trap. So you're going to lower it down, you're going to close it up, and then you're just going to latch this back. And like I said, this trap has been really good so far. Like I said, I've caught 4 things in here so far. And basically what they're going to do is they're going to walk back here to the back of the trap, and it's going to set it off, and that's it. It's a really simple trap. It's really well made, and like I said, I'm really happy with it so far. It's doing a great job. Got a wide range of things it can catch, but right now it's just kind of like whatever eats meat or whatever. But got a squirrel problem, you can bait it with some nuts or whatever. If you've got a rock chuck problem, they love carrots, so you can bait it with carrots, and they'll go right in there, and you've caught in your rock chucks, and you can go take them and let them loose, you know, out in the wilderness somewhere away from your house. The problem with rock chucks are they like dog food, and so if you have dogs or cats or anything like that, if you're feeding them, you're out in the countryside, those rock chucks are going to set up shop, you know, somewhere on the edge of your property or whatever, and they'll poop all over your porch, and they cause a lot of mayhem. So if you got a rock chuck problem, I'm pretty sure this is gonna help you solve it. Squirrels, just pretty much anything. I mean, you can bait this trap with whatever, and as soon as they step on that little trigger in there, they're done. They're caught. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to kind of show you how I baited the trap, and then like I said, if you guys like these kind of videos, make sure you like and subscribe, and then like I said, I'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Try to stay cool.